items 38 and 39. And why don't we add item 40 in there as well? So
Facilities management?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Second.
Motion and a second to approve items 38, 39, and 40. Objections?
Madam Chair, I do have some comments.
Supervisor.
On item 38, I do vote no, but on item 39, I had some questions about the Rillito racetrack. I know we're having a new group take that over, and my question is regarding whether or not a board member will be appointed to have oversight on this horse racing committee, and regarding the previous financials on this item. Have we gotten reports, because we asked for reports and we weren't able to get any, the financial reports from the horse racing, because they do off-track betting there and they're supposed to submit reports and just a report on where that revenue goes, and I know that is a requirement, and so we'd like to get previous accounting from the current operator and just to clarify the situation prior to this new group taking over. Mr. Huckleberry?
Yes, Madam Chair, I think there's several questions. Board members, this is a lease with a nonprofit, and therefore, their board is their choice. So there would be no member of this board sitting on that board.
Will we be getting reporting?
Yes, you will. You will get better reporting than we had from the last group. And I understand that our staff, Mr. Moulton, should have provided your office with the last 3 years, and it was done previously, of the financial records of the Pima, the last group that was operating. So, Mr. Athen, I was told that happened.
It was Madam Chair, Supervisor Miller, it was my understanding that you had consent, that Mr. Moulton had sent you the financial reports for the last 3 years from the Horsemen's Association.
No, we did not get those reports, but we will contact him again and hopefully we'll get them, because that's why there's a lot of confusion, is we ask for this information so that we can be prepared for the meetings, and then we come to the meetings, and so we're asking questions that we could probably already have answered if we have the reports, because it's a big concern, because Colossal Cave Park had the same issues, which I don't know whatever happened with that, but I know the financials there were a disaster when we looked at those, and I'm just real concerned. This has off-track betting, which is, very concerning, a lot of money coming in and out, and what happened to those funds and where they went. So we'll hopefully get those reports.
Madam Chair.
Supervisor, Mr. Huckleberry, just to the point, that's the past. There is nothing available at this point for Rillito
Right.
Racing Inc., which is the item on the agenda today. Mr. Huckleberry.
Yes, Madam Chair, and that's one of the reasons why I think in this process that we went through competitively, the proposal process, that you're having a new provider, because the record keeping of the last group was a disaster, to say the least. And we had actually asked for the records from the Department of Racing, and they then had a report done as well with regard to the record keeping of the past leasee and operator. And this particular agreement has been crafted with very specific language about reporting. So we will not have those same problems, or we will have another operator within a year. So I think that they understand, and they understand the message about how we want business practices to be instituted during this process of racing and Rillito.
Okay, thank you very much. And with that, I move to approve this item.
Well, we have a motion on the floor.
Oh, okay.
There was a motion and a second
Excuse me.
for
Excuse me.
items 38, 39, and 40 in all. So I will, at this point, are there objections to approving 38, 39, and 40?
Madam Chair, I object to item 38, but I approve 39 and 40.
We have a motion. You have to do the...
All three? Okay.
So
Then I
you
will
vote.
say, then I'll have to vote no.
Okay. Items 38, 39, and 40, we have one objection. Any further objections? Hearing none, motion carries 4-1. moving on to, if there are no, moving on to, let's do fleet services and procurement. Items 41 and 42. What's the pleasure of the board?
Madam Chair, I'll move those two items.
Motion and a second. Objections?
Madam Chair, again, I have to object to item 42. Unfortunately, I can't vote yes on 41, which I would like to.
Make a substitute motion.
Oh.
That item's
May I make Madam Chair, will the maker of the motion?
No, you just need to move to make a substitute motion and make your motion.
Madam Chair, may I make a substitute motion to vote on these two items separately?
Is there a second? Motion fails. We're voting on items 41 and 42. Objections?
Yes, I object.
2 objections. Any further objections? Motion carries 3-2. Moving on to real property and items 43 and 44.
Madam Chair.
Just 44, that's right, we've done
We finished
43, I'm
yeah.
sorry, we did, that was a while back, sorry about that.
Madam
Item
Chair,
44,
if I could, I'm going to move items 44 through items 57. These are contracts and a couple of boards, commissions that really shouldn't cause a whole lot of...
Motion and a second to approve items 44 through 57. Objections?
Madam Chair, I'd just like to make a comment that I'd like to thank Mr. Ramon Bezerto for coming here today, and we appreciate his volunteering to be on the Fair Horse Racing Commission, and thank you.
Thank
I
you.
agree, I just comment that he's a fine gentleman, I've gotten to know him and I respect him.